Talk about a win that shook the narrative. After years of frustration, the Chargers finally managed to take down the Chiefs, and Justin Herbert was the undeniable face of their long-awaited breakthrough. Here's the play everyone's talking about. With less than 3 minutes left and the Chargers up by just 6 points, it looked like yet another heartbreaker was about to unfold. Herbert had just been sacked by Kansas City's Drew Tranquill late in the fourth quarter. The tension was thick. Chargers fans have seen this movie before, and it usually ends with Mahomes snatching a victory at the last moment. But here's where it all turned. Facing 3rd and 14 and the Chiefs primed for a comeback, Herbert took charge. He dropped back, saw an opportunity, and took off down the field, running 19 yards and smartly sliding to secure a first down. The Chargers sideline erupted. That single play not only clinched a thrilling 27-21 win, but also snapped their painful 7-game losing streak to Kansas City. For Herbert, who racked up 318 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and another 32 yards rushing, it was easily one of the finest performances of his career. And for head coach Jim Harbaugh, it might be the signature moment of his young Chargers tenure. It's just so hard to stop him, Harbaugh raved after the game. He's a real problem for defenses, but this win didn't happen by accident. Chargers general manager Joe Hortiz worked relentlessly during the offseason to overhaul the offense after last year's embarrassing playoff collapse against the Texans. That loss exposed serious problems. Houston's defensive front overwhelmed L.A. Herbert couldn't find his rhythm, and beyond Ladd McConkey, receivers simply couldn't get open. So changes came fast and furious. The Chargers brought in running back Najee Harris, right guard Mekhi Becton, and wide receiver Keenan Allen, reacquired after a stint with Chicago. They drafted running back Omarion Hampton in the first round and wideout Trey Harris in the second. And this is the part most people miss. Each move directly addressed glaring weaknesses from last year's disaster in Houston. Flash forward to Friday night in Sao Paulo. The offensive woes looked like ancient history. Herbert had ample time in the pocket to scan for open men, especially when the pressure was off. He completed 20 of 24 passes for 268 yards and 2 touchdowns when not under duress. The much-maligned receiving group, criticized heavily last season, actually led the charge. Quentin Johnson set the early tone, sprinting open in the first quarter for the game's opening touchdown. Johnson was everywhere, leading the team in both receiving yards, 79, and touchdowns, 2. Receiving veteran Keenan Allen made his presence felt, hauling in 7 catches for 68 yards, including his 60th career touchdown as a Charger, making him just the 3rd player in franchise history to hit that milestone. And don't forget about Ladd McConkey, now the team's go-to target, who secured 6 receptions for 74 yards. That marked his 11th straight game with at least 50 yards, tying a franchise record alongside Charlie Joyner. Coach Harbaugh couldn't hide his satisfaction. Didn't the passing game look fantastic? Having Keenan Allen, Ladd, and Quentin all making plays, it's just special. Herbert agreed, giving full credit to his teammates. Those guys just keep making plays. It simplifies my job so much. But nothing's ever perfect. Just before halftime, a rookie mistake nearly let the Chiefs back in the game. With under a minute left and Kansas City out of timeouts, rookie Omarion Hampton ran out of bounds, stopping the clock when he should have kept it moving. You could see the frustration on Harbaugh's face. Mistakes like that can decide games. The Chargers managed a field goal to go up 13-3, but that extra time allowed Patrick Mahomes to lead a rapid drive, setting up a last-second 59-yard field goal by Harrison Butker to shrink the lead to 13-6. Harbaugh owned up to the error, saying, "None of us coaches reminded our young running back to stay in bounds. That's on us, not him." There was another subplot worth watching. Mekhi Becton, crucial off-season pickup, looked winded much of the night, often seen using oxygen on the sidelines. He missed several drives, and while Harbaugh explained afterwards that Becton was battling an illness, drawing a dramatic comparison to Michael Jordan's famous flu game, It's a storyline that could spark debate about player health management. Should Becton have even played, or was this a calculated risk that paid off? Now, the Chargers head to Las Vegas for a Week 2 clash on Monday Night Football. High on confidence but aware that every new challenge brings possible pitfalls. But let's hear from you. Was this game proof that the Chargers finally turned the corner, or just one bright spot in their ongoing rivalry with Kansas City? Do you agree with Harbaugh's candid coaching style and how he handled the rookie mistake, or should he have tightened things up from the start? And what about Becton's situation? Was it brave or reckless to keep him on the field? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get a real football debate going.